Let's now see what is in the profile. Here, you will see all the information that is related to your employment contract and to your employee file, organized in a very clean and easy to access manner. At the top, you will have key information such as your employee ID, your preferred name and official name, your position, email, department, location, join date, contract type, as well as job grade. All this information is here available at a glance to allow you to make sure at any point of time that it is accurate and up to date. Then you will see the About Me section. The About Me section helps you share a bit more about who you are, what you like, what are your hobbies, maybe upload a few photos as if you had a virtual desk. The idea is that you will be able to share more than just an access to an HR software, but in addition to that, you will be able to share some information that will help you, know a bit better about your colleagues, and in exchange, of course, help your colleagues know you a bit better. Below, personal details. For example, your address, date of birth, nationality, gender. Now, a very key piece of information. Although the About Me section, if you use it, will be made public across the company, that's the idea. Personal details is a very different story. Personal details are extremely confidential and only a limited number of people will have access to it. You can see this little lock here, which indicates that this private information is only visible to you because it's your profile and to the authorized HR personnel. Below will be your track record in terms of professional experience prior to joining this company, as well as education. As you can see, there are a few symbols here that allow you to edit the information and to perform additional actions. Your ability to see these symbols and then to click on them in order to edit some information will depend on your user access rights. In some companies, some of the fields are restricted so that only HR can edit them, whereas others might be accessible for you to update directly. Beyond this first high-level profile information, you will see different tabs where everything else is stored. For example, your job history. Your job history will constitute a track record of the different positions you held and the different characteristics of those positions since you joined the company. Same for compensation. Your salary history, as well as the allowances that you have been earning over time or entitled to, will appear here in an historized manner. Identity documents, where you can keep the information about your passport, MyCard, anything you want. The ability to store the number, delivery date, expiry date, but even to have the attachment in it directly. This allows you and the HR to easily access this information instead of having to go back and forth to emails or different shared drives and to ask again some documents that may have been provided a long time before. Family details, spouse, children information. Equipment, this is where the company will be able to track which equipment has been assigned to you. It can be a laptop, it can be a smartphone with some details and the ability to mark it as returned once done. Emergency contacts. Documents, this is a folder where you are able to keep track of bonus letters, resume, and any other documents that is useful to have in this centralized folder. Training and certification history will help you to document what you have accomplished so far in terms of training, what certifications are you handling, again, to ease the storing of the information, but also the communication with the management of the company, the different department managers, and the HR in order to understand what are some important elements of your profile. The next section will be around the project. So the projects will list which projects are you currently a part of. This is in case your company is actually leveraging the timesheets module, which is kind of a project management module when it comes to HR aspects. So you will be able to see which project you are a part of, and then in this module that we will see later, you will be able to log the time spent on this project or that project, what you did, and so on. Leave policies will show you which are the leave policies in the company that apply to you and what are your, for example, entitlements or other details for each of those policies. Finally, you can access the payroll information. Payroll information will gather literally everything that is required for Brio HR to properly compute your tax and other statutory contributions, and of course, your salary. All the information here follows the regulations. Brio HR is an LHDN approved software. Therefore, by using all this information, which is the salary type, the PCB number, the tax residency category, the children and other family information, and so on, Brio HR will be able to calculate all your tax. Same for statutory contributions, and of course, same for the bank information, which will be leveraged in order for the company to be able to disburse the salary and actually pay you your net salary every month.